Say sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. So, dear Dharma practitioners, with these meditation sessions, we always try to give some information to practice in day-to-day life and try to apply this sitting meditation to your 24/7 ordinary lifestyle. Because when it comes to dharma, dharma is not something that you should venerate and you should keep in one place like that. So dharma is not a kind of like a restaurant menu. You can go and see, you can ask questions and you can see the ingredients and maybe you see how it make, and you can ask from the waiters and how you can add things more like that. But still, it's totally different when you having it, when you eating it. It's totally different. That other everything important, but at the same time, the most important part, if you don't eat, so what the point the restaurant, or what the point of the menu, or what the point of other all informations? So then when it come to the dharma, it is very important how you practice and what you take out of the practice, how it nourish your life. Even food you eat, if it is not nourish you, it just wash away. What the point? So like that, if you sit and practice meditation, when you stand up, in that standing, if you drop that all the practice, or maybe through your whole body, the cushion already, the suck all the practice out of you, what will happen? After you die, maybe somebody else, start to keep the cushion as something more important. It's kind of like a relic. Why? Oh, my parents used to sit on this and practice meditation. That's it. Don't be like that. Take it to yourself. And taking it to yourself not enough. Start to look within yourself, nourish and get this all the practice out of your bodily, verbally, mentally actions. It is not easy, but little by little, at least have the intention, have the vision yourself. Why? Because this everything around this world, to this all the huge masses, that the developments, that everything came out of the mind, came out of the blueprint, came out of the thoughts. So yourself also the same. Your peace, your calmness, tranquility state, your wisdom, awareness, this everything in the beginning, you have to have some needs. Out of that needs, you come to practice. Out of that practice, you develop that as your passion, your lifestyle. Then that is where you experience it. So while you experience this, remember the most important part when it comes to this journey, the barrier deeper inside us, each and every atom behind this everything, each and every atom held by the fear. We are afraid for getting sick, we are afraid for getting old, we are afraid for the death, and we are afraid for the samsara. That fear is so huge. So why the fear come? Because of the self-centered mind. So I am. So because of that, the fear arise. So out of the fear, if you try to do many things, even you come to a very spiritual path, but if the base is the fear, then it doesn't work for you. It doesn't make you free. You cannot find the freedom, because the inner freedom is very important. As you know, when it comes to vipassana meditation, analytical meditation, completely with the very clear, fresh mind, with the free mind, you have to observe, to experience this nature. So if you hold by the fear, you cannot do this. So then how you can get out of the fear? So mainly that, as you know, the main important three, the, the, the building blocks of this samsara, the greed, hatred, and the delusion. So the greed, hatred, and the delusion create self-centered view, and it create all the doubts, and it create that all the wrong practice, wrong rituals, wrong believing, wrong kind of methods. So when it come to the most important part of the greed, hatred, and the delusion, just look yourself. The greed, not 24/7. Sometimes when you see the food, or when you see when you have the desire, when the emotions high, then sometimes you have the greed. You have the the reactions to that emotions. Otherwise, it's okay. And the anger also not 24/7. It sometimes, suddenly it can happen. It's there, but you're not going to experience this both 24/7. The lust and the anger. Sometimes you experience this, but the ignorance, 20%. You wake up with the ignorance, you sleep with the ignorance, you live with the ignorance, you eat with the ignorance, you dance with the ignorance, you hike with the ignorance, you work with the ignorance, you fight with the ignorance, you sing or you enjoy with the ignorance, 24/7. Head to toes, the ignorance is so strong. This ignorance is the main pillar, coming from eons by eons, eons by eons, holding and providing necessary facilities to the lust and the anger. So the self-centered view, or the I am, come out of this ignorance. So then how you can get out of that ignorance? That is our main purpose. That is why we observe ourselves again and again and again. So get out of the, mostly what we does, even the before the Buddha, all other religions, all other practice, the difference between the Buddha's teachings and other teachings, one of the major important part to get out of this becoming nature, or suffering, the mostly we struggle with the lust, or the emotions, or the anger, or mental conditions. And but mostly we don't address to ignorance. We just address to this surface level of, because the emotions and the anger, the both come out of this the physical. You that is what you see mostly. Ignorance we cannot see, it hide deeper inside. So then we try to fix this with the physical actions, with the material things. We try to fix the the emotions or the lust and the anger. Just imagine when there is no emotions, no lust, we think, oh, then that's why people we dreaming to go to heaven. Why? At least you can have a very peaceful mind. See, you can have a very peaceful mind. Why? Because to disturb mind, you are afraid. Hell, you are afraid. For the pain, you are afraid. Just hearing the pain, sometimes people get nervous. But but we don't see the view that come out of, I need the safety, that you looking for safety because of the self-centered mind. So why this self-centered mind mostly come to us? So that is what the Buddha teach. Not just get out of the lust, or not how to stay away from the anger, not to have the love or the compassion, or not to be completely neutral with your physical reactions. No, Buddha address how to get out of the ignorance. That is the main pillar of the Buddha's teaching. That is where that all other teachings different. And it is not a physical address, because the ignorance you cannot find in your body. The emotions you can, you can, if the temptation come, if something, you stay away, you go somewhere. That's why when people do something wrong, they put it to the prison as a punishment. They give the punishment to these physical feelings. So emotions and the anger, we can struggle with the physical and this outside world, but how you going to catch the ignorance? We cannot get it like that way. So that is the art of the vipassana, getting to that. Not dealing with this outside, don't do this, don't do that, oh, you have to do this way. You are not like that way. It's nothing to do with when it comes to clear, deeper understanding, remember, we are far, far away from the real meaning of what the Buddha mean. When you go to the deeper teachings and look yourself, what is the real, the truth behind this all? Because if you don't look, you just stay with that. Because the ignorance is the main part that you have to address. The ignorance is like air all over the world, 24/7. But the the lust is kind of like a cyclone. Once a while, it becomes so wild and destroy things. And the anger is kind of like a tornadoes. It come and hit 1 minute, 2 minute, destroy everything, disappear. But that both hidden inside the air. So when the pattern, the rhythm create this both, but it need the air. So the air is the ignorance. Air is kind of like the ignorance, play the game, invisible everywhere. So then you have to address to that. The vipassana going to catch that. So it hidden inside you. So main purpose, ayo niso manasika, you recognize things wrongly. What is that? Oh, I did it yesterday. I going to do this next week. So like that way, you comparing this moment to past and the future, thinking this is me and that is me and that is me. And then, so then in the very moment of recognition wrong. So then it develop, it get into the self, that is where the idea come. Because if you, in this very moment, if you release the all the past history and the any future plans from you, and if you just become in the simply in this very moment, just the existence in this very moment, you recognize it is just a moment of happening. That is the beauty of the present moment. It is the moment of happening. That is what real. But we go beyond that. We living in imagination. Ayoniso manasikara. Then it it help you. It provide necessary facilities. It brings the energy to recognize wrong things as right. What is wrong thing? I am. Yesterday I did this. Tomorrow I going to do this. When you think in this very moment. But in this very moment, who you are not going to be tomorrow. Chronologically, it's going to change all the time, because today, whatever the date, it's not going to be tomorrow. So see, it changed all the, the entire scale that we measure, it changed. You cannot experience any time twice in your lifetime. That's enough for you to understand. And psychologically, it's going to change your entire the physical structure. What you have in this very moment, within another 2 hours, it's completely head to toes going to change to different structure. So it's like that. It always. So what you eat in this very moment, within 2 hours, what will happen to it? It become energy, and other things start to flash. You will never find what you ate, but it transformed to something. So this is a journey. It's always constantly happening. It's continually in a move. But in this very moment, what you experience, when you go to the next moment, it becomes something else. And another thing is the wrong methods that we use to trying to understand the truth. That is another reason. That's why the Eightfold Path, the Buddha mentioned, go with this, and start with all the right things. And then you come to the point. Mostly in day-to-day life, look, forget about enlightenment. As ordinary people we are. Just to have an ordinary life, how many wrong things we do, thinking it is right. And then later, after many years, we understand we did something wrong. Even eating, even the way we sleep, even that our lifestyle, 24/7, that whatever sometimes we have done, even sometimes we go to doctors and specialists and take advice, and then later, after many years, we get something, another problem, and then we go to another doctor, and then that doctor says, oh, you did wrong. See, you go to the specialist and you follow that advice, and finally you recognize. See, it's not about the spiritual, just this physical life. So even in the workplace, even your personal life, and finding a husband or wife, finding a girlfriend, boyfriend, partner, even regarding children, you recognize this is not the best. I did something wrong, but you cannot fix it. See that then you have to humbly accept it. That is the beginning of the wisdom. Humbly accept it. But you think, no, next time. next partner, next wife, next husband, next child, I'm going to fix this. Then you adding problems again and again, adding problems. Why? Because you don't accept you made a mistake. That is wrong with you. You think it's something wrong with others. The wrong method, the second one. The first one, to develop the egocentric life, is ioniso manasikara. That's mean the recognizing wrong way, not the right awareness, wrong awareness. What is that? Getting this moment as I am, and then comparison from yesterday to tomorrow, today, you lose the moment. The second one, the following the wrong methods, and we do many wrong methods, believing. And one thing is fear-based spiritual practice. There are many, but according to the matter of time, remember, never practice anything, never wish anything, never have any hopes, never do anything with the fear. Try it. Maybe you have to go many lifetimes to get into, to master that, but it's okay, it worked for you. Never do anything related to the fear. So practice something without fear. Get that total freedom to that. The third one, keep the clear mind, undisturbed mind. So when your mind disturbed, out of that, whatever come, things go wrong. That also related to the self. Then you have the fear. Again, it make. So keep the clear mind. Then that will help you to get out of the self-centered mind. Why? Because when the mind become clear, you start to see what is happening. When you see what is happening, it brings the clarity to your mind and understanding. That is what you need. But when we have when we have a disturbed mind, internal, outside, emotionally, physically, materially, we always have the disturbed mind. We are addicted to have a disturbed mind. No, that's why we need some tranquility meditation to keep the tranquility, calmness. Just get into calmness. It's okay. Just develop the calmness. 5 minutes, 10 minutes. Don't be like always. It's kind of like the busy mind. No, to keep the calmness. And then what you have to do, and settle down with that calmness, appreciate it, respect to that calmness, accept it, be with it. And then what you have to do, and try to increase it, go with it, go with it, go with it. And then little by little, you spread, you expand that calmness. That's when you get into undisturbed mind. And while you are in that undisturbed mind, what will happen? You're going to see what is really happening in this mind. So this all come out of practice vipassana. So remember, it is just not just sitting and closing your eyes. It's kind of like you getting to the bottom line and you playing with the very serious game, because this we have all the qualifications to do that. You are qualified to do that. So that's why you have to do it. And once you've done that, anywhere you go, because right away you get out of the fear. So once you get out of the fear, you become free. That freedom, very need for you. Don't be a husband like a prisoner. Don't be a wife like a prisoner. Don't be a child like a prisoner. Don't be a parents like a prisoner. Don't be a prince or the brother, sister like prisoner. Don't be a citizen or countryman or living in the world like a prisoner. That prison doesn't mean with the iron bars, the outside lines. That prison mostly come out of inside our thought patterns, thinking. That prison locked by the ignorance. So Vipassana is a method that giving you the total inner freedom, releasing from you that prison. That means take out you from that your inner ignorance. That is the way you get out of this samsaric prison and having the total freedom. Once you have that total freedom, there is no fear in you. That is the real way to live in this life. So with that, I bless upon everyone. With this good practice, may all of you be well, happy and peaceful. May no harm come to you. May no difficulties come to you. May no problems come to you. May you also have the patience, courage, understanding and determination to meet and overcome inevitable difficulties in your life. During this time period, may everyone stay healthy and safe. And finally, may all of you attain supreme bliss of Nibbana. Sabbityo vajjantu sabbarogo vinasatu mate bhavatantarayo sukhi digayuko bhava. Ittavata cha me sampadam punya sampadam sabbe deva anumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya. Sabbe bhuta anumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya. Sabbe satta anumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya. Idam me punya kammang atavakkaya vahang hotu. Sabba dukkha pamuncatu. Bless you.